Welcome back to the front page. It's Your Eye on Health with Dr. Sudip Bose. Joins us every Wednesday to give us advice on health and medical topics. Now, today, Doctor, we're talking about something that's been in the news a lot lately, Ebola, and the scare that really has been caused from it. Going to talk about this. Should we really be worried?
When you turn on the news or you look at the internet, you think you might die the next day. You know, It's scary, some of the stuff you read. And guess what, Robert? Everything you read on the internet is not true.
No way.
Can you believe that?
I like diagnosing myself on WebMD, but that's probably not right.
So let's say you hear hoofbeats.
Right.
You hear a bunch of hoofbeats. What do you think of?
Horse coming. Yeah.
You think of a horse. Because if you hear hoofbeats, it's probably a horse. It's probably not a zebra you're going to find.
Right.
Ebola, today's topic, is a zebra. Okay, so Ebola is not that common. It's a disease in Africa right now. There's an outbreak. That's why we're seeing it in the news. Some Americans have gotten it from a trip to Africa. So this is not something we should be worried about excessively unless we've been to Africa and we've returned within the last 21 days. So if you went to Africa and you came back 60 days ago, it's not Ebola.
You're fine. Right.
Okay? And the other thing is you need to have symptoms to be contagious.
Okay.
So let's say you didn't go to Africa, but your family member did, came back, and then your family member never had any symptoms, and then you get sick. It's not Ebola.
It's not.
Okay, so that person needs to get sick first, and they aren't contagious until they're sick.
Right.
And it's obvious when you're sick. I mean, nausea, vomiting, feeling lousy, maybe vomiting blood, you know, bleeding from different orifices. This is not subtle.
Serious.
You're not going to miss this. Not excessively needing to worry. Again, unless you've been to Africa, you're back within 21 days, or been near someone who has symptoms who is in Africa. So,
don't worry.
And you don't get this from getting sneezed on or coughed on. This is contagious through bodily fluids.
Okay.
Diarrhea, vomit.
Right.
Healthcare workers need to be worried. You know, they're drawing blood, things like that. But this is not just getting sneezed on from someone who came from Africa.
Or being on an airplane, with ventilation and whatnot.
But when you're in the hospital, this goes to a larger point, is tell the doctor your travel history. That's very important because there are other diseases, malaria, or even, you know, if it's not Africa, you can get diseases from nearby, and you can get Mexico, or even the Southwest United States have certain infections. So just be aware.
Where you've been. Right.
And going back to the zebra example, I mean, we have bigger fish to fry here. There are 36,000 people dying every year from the flu. We're not all getting our flu shots. We're seeing, you know, reemergence of whooping cough and measles, things we've eradicated with vaccines because people aren't getting their vaccines.
Right. So
look for the horse. Let's not look for the zebra.
Get out there and don't stop worrying about Ebola, and get out there and get your measles vaccines and your flu shots.
But if you're that rare person who's come back from Africa within 21 days, you're having symptoms, or we're in contact with bodily secretions of someone who came back, call the CDC and they can guide you further.
Absolutely. All right, Dr. Bose, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks,
and if you have any questions at home you want answered here on the front page, go ahead and submit them to the email there at the bottom of your screen. We'll be right back. Stay with us.